locker room after this 5-4 come from behind victory over Cincinnati here today. And Coach, for the second day in a row, your team had to dig in late and come from behind to pick up this one. And yet again, it's Alec Makarevich coming through for you with a big swing.
Yeah, it was a big swing by AMAC, big swing by Seth Cadell. But if Garrett Saylor doesn't come in and just neutralize their scoring, then we're not even in that situation. So really proud of Saylor for coming in a tough situation and just maneuvering through. What did he throw? 4 innings? 4 innings, struck out 8. I mean, it's just a tremendous effort by him. And, when Carson didn't have his best stuff and they executed a hit and run, a drag bunt, it just wasn't a day for him that was comfortable, but he's got to continue to manage to be able to maneuver through it to get a little bit deeper in the game. But Saylor was tremendous.
Feeding off of your comments on Saylor, the situation he came in, you said was tough, very tough, second and third, no one out, and yet he strikes out the side and then moves on from there. Tell us a little bit about your comments to him.
I said, hey, Saylor, they're looking to bunt here. I think it was first and second. Do your thing. If they bunt it back to you, throw the ball to first base. That was the extent of my conversation with him. So he's prepared. He's been in those situations before. And look, I don't talk to the guys a lot during the day just because they know what the expectation level is and what they need to do to execute whatever the plan is.
This is the first of 4 games this weekend with Cincinnati, the first of 8 games you'll see against this team this year. When this Cincinnati ball club is really going, you see those hit and runs, those drag bunts offensively, like what your lineup likes to do. But they were really effective here today. And for this team to come back, kind of weather the storm that Cincinnati threw at you guys and come back late, what a great way to start off conference play.
To be honest with you, Cincinnati did a much better job offensively than we did. They executed a lot better. They executed bunts. They executed hit and runs. We did not. We just were able to get a big walk, Seth doubles, and then you got a big home run by AMAC. So we can't continue to live on the long ball. That's not going to be a recipe for success for us. So if we can't get tougher and execute, then we're going to be in tough shape. Bryce's back's bothering him, and he shouldn't have played today, and that's my fault for letting him play. But that was something that, he just his back's not right. So we got to get him some rest to get that thing feeling better.
Well, Coach, you were able to grit one out here today and move to 1-0 in league play. We will see you tomorrow for game 2.
Thanks, Corey. Thanks, Coach O.
Yep.
Okay, we will now open it up to other questions for Coach Godwin.
Coach, this is AMAC's first year as a starter, but it seems like the moment is not too big for him. He just seems to be very comfortable in most times at the plate, even in late game situations. Is that a result of his preparation?
I say it. I know it's like beating a dead horse, but there's never been a player that has showed up to practice every day and got more out of practice than that individual. And it doesn't surprise me when he has success because he's put himself in the best situation to have success. That doesn't mean he's going to have success every time, but you can live and die with somebody like AMAC when they show up to practice the way they do. And the guys love the way he goes about the game. And just his preparation is as good as anyone I've ever been around in my entire life. So that's how hard he works.
When you look at the 9th inning there, Ryder Giles gets 3 outs and kind of puts it away. We always talk about it not being Bridges or Colmore or Mayhew. I mean, what kind of luxury is that to trust Giles in that situation to shift over and seal a game where your relief pitching really was a huge storyline?
Well, Mayhew and Colmore were not available today, so Bridges was going to maybe have an inning. He was actually hot down there just in case, the inning got out of hand with Ryder. And that's the thing, when you go to Ryder, you just want to make sure you have somebody in the bullpen that can have some strikeout stuff in case they get a couple hits. But, Ryder's going to throw strikes. They're going to have to hit him to come back, and especially the way the wind was blowing today. The wind, only way you could get a ball out or in the gap is if you kind of hit it by that light pole in left field to the foul line because the wind was blowing it hard from right field.
A game where things didn't go exactly like you wanted them to, but another confidence builder. You pick up the first game in AAC play here, moving into the weekend. What's it do for your ball club to find a way to pick up a win here.
I'm proud of them that they found a way, that they scratched and clawed to get back into it. And I keep going back to Saylor, because if he doesn't limit that inning, then I don't think that we would have come back and had the opportunity to do that. We got to play better. We got to play more consistent. It's amazing to me that we continue to think that we can just show up and just beat whoever we're playing. And as I asked him at out in the outfield, I said, how many bad teams have we played this year? And of course, you got all kinds of different. I go, none, not one team have we played that we could just show up, roll the balls out there. And that's the biggest thing this year is everybody's older, everybody's deeper, everybody's got more talent. But it's tough to ram that home to a bunch of 18 to 23-year-olds. They think that just because they came from behind, they beat Carolina, and it was warm and the fans were into it, and then they can just show up today and it's a much different day offensively, and you got to grind. And their pitcher is good at keeping you off balance, and we should have had 3 runs in the first. We only had 2, and next thing you know, Carson's not great. So that's what happens, and you got to be prepared in every situation to take the other team's best blow. I tell you what, I think we were lucky today. That's my opinion. I think we were lucky today.
Cliff, with 4 games in 3 days and a doubleheader on Saturday, and being a former catcher, do you anticipate that Seth will catch the entire series, or maybe you DH him later in the series, or any thoughts on?
I said this for you before the game, and you got media people, no offense, really want to play this 4-game series up. And this week, it's just going to be 4 games the entire week, so we will manage their bodies and we will take care of them going into the weekend. We've played 1 game. We're going to worry about tomorrow. We're going to worry about the first pitch, and we'll take it from there. But I know you guys have to write headlines, but I'm just it's frustrating to me. Look, we played 5 games in 48 hours in 2019. So it's going to prepare us for a regional. So we need to physically and mentally get tougher, and we've been able to get a lot of guys in the game the past 2 days, which will be beneficial for us down the road.
Coach, bunting's always a big part of you guys' offense. I guess how frustrating was that today, not executing those situations?
I don't have enough time to tell you how frustrated I am. We practice it more than anybody in the country, and we've been so good at it for 6 years. I guess this year's not been good, and obviously who's being out, that doesn't help help anything. But our guys, for whatever reason, I don't know, they do things differently in the game. The game speeds up on them. They put too much pressure on themselves, and we didn't execute. And that's something we continue to work on, because we're going to have to execute that for us to get to where we want to go.
Okay, one more question for Coach Godwin. Okay, there are none. Coach, thank you very much. Congratulations. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Garrett, how are you, sir?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. Okay, we're going to go to questions for Garrett Saylor.
Well, Garrett, this is the second time in your last 3 outings you've really gotten to a rhythm. Is it early in your outing where you kind of know that you have maybe all your pitches and can really feel that confidence build?
Yeah, once I come in the game, I have 8 warm-up pitches, so that's where I get my feel for my pitches, on the game mound. And I felt good today. I felt confident in every single one of them, and I used every single one of them.
How does it feel for you when Coach Godwin mentioned that this comeback wasn't possible unless you did what you did? How do you feel about that? And in many ways, you kind of set up the AMAC home run and the comeback type of thing.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I think I was just confident up there today, and with AMAC's big home run, that boosted everybody's confidence up there. So it was just a really good game.
Garrett, what was working well for you today on the mound? What did you feel like that you could kind of really go to?
I felt like I had feel for every single one of my pitches today. Slider was pretty good. I had feel for my changeup. That was the first in a while. I've been working on that off the game field. So that's been good.
You and Ryder retired all the batters you faced, from the whatever it was, 4th, 5th inning there. How does that feel to just, kind of dominate a team when you're out on the mound, at least from that point in the game? What was that like, kind of combining with Ryder to do that?
Yeah, it was really cool. My job is to get in the game and be as quick as possible, get the offense going. So that's my mindset, just get back in the dugout and let the offense do their work.
Garrett, you guys obviously don't want to be coming from behind like the past two games, but is there still a sense of belief with this team, even if you are behind in the later innings, that you are still just a few swings away, a few quick innings on the mound from getting right back into it?
Yeah, our offense is one of the best in the country, and when we're hitting the ball good, sticking to our approaches, there's nobody that could beat us. So and then when our pitching is on, nobody can beat us. So it's definitely a confidence booster, and we stick behind our players.
Okay, any other questions for Garrett? Okay, Garrett, congratulations. We'll talk to you soon, buddy.
Thank you. See y'all.